Welcome to a video where I shall rank the top 5 best engineers in the game. Like every other video in this series, all characters featured will have their best upgrades equipped, as to optimize their performance as much as possible. If you are deeply offended by my opinion, feel free to cry about it on the PVZ subreddit. Let's get started. In 5th place, we have the Sanitation Expert. The Sanitation Expert, in my eyes, is just a better version of the regular engineer, complete with a higher rate of fire and toxic damage over time. He can hit just as much with 42 for a direct hit and 18 for a splash, which whilst that is initially less, the toxic damage will increase that significantly. Sanitation Expert falls in 5th place however, due to his sluggish projectile speed and slightly smaller blast radius. In 4th place, we have the Plumber. Whilst not capable of hitting as much for direct hits, what the Plumber is capable of however, is a shit ton of splash damage, at 25 splash, making him effectively one of the easiest characters to play in the game, being able to win most fights by simply splashing your enemies to death. However, with him only having 9 rounds per clip, slower projectile speed, and a significantly longer reload time causes him to only make it up to 4th place. In 3rd place, we have the Electrician, effectively one of the best engineers to play on turf or in game modes that involve enemies grouping up to specific locations. The Electrician can not only force enemies to either spread out or die, but also has the weapon with the largest splash radius in the game, at 5.5 entire fucking meters, so it actually takes a bit of effort to try and purposefully miss. However, Electrician only manages 3rd place due to his lower splash damage and lower ammo count. In 2nd place, we have Roadie Z. The Roadie is a great engineer for aggressive play, especially when paired with the turbo jackhammer, as his primary can devastate plants that come close to him. He also has 25 extra health, allowing him to tank a little more extra damage and giving him a little more wiggle room in close range fights. Roadie Z however suffers from a harsh lack of range and relies on his bolt blaster for longer engagements, so he only manages up to 2nd place. And in 1st place, we have the Mechanic. The Mechanic is arguably just a better version of the Soldier, but with engineer abilities, having a slightly higher rate of fire and slightly more damage at range in comparison. Because of the highly powerful nature of the Mechanic's weapon, he can single-handedly win most fights with decent aim, and even at longer ranges, can still deal a significant amount of damage, due to him not losing as much damage as Soldier at range. The only thing that Mechanic is weaker than the Soldier at is a slightly longer reload time, but the difference is rather negligible. This concludes the video, where I rank the top 5 best engineers. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more shit like this. Have fun.